In a lifetime of tears and laughter, I used to behave differently. This, of course, is because I used to think differently. Now, the concept that I want to present here, I'm calling the anthology of thought. But by way of speaking about life skills, let me start with this notion of new thoughts equal new life. This is not a new idea. This is an ancient life hack. But if I was going to start an app, I would center it around this concept founded perhaps at the Areopagus. What is the Areopagus? The Areopagus, a little history lesson, well, it's still there today. It's literally a really big rock, no cap, on Mars Hill in Athens, Greece. And the first century Athenians were described as being obsessed with gathering for the learning and exchanging of new ideas. So, if I'm going to bring about new life for myself, I must first bring about new thinking. Now, the idea that I want to present here as a new one is maybe this concept around thinking itself. In a moment, let me define terms, but first, let's just put this idea out there that thought is patterned. Thought is not random, it follows a pattern. And there are principles behind this pattern. So, what is the first principle? Thought cannot be static. When thinking about thought, there are many disciplines that, mental health and linguistics that will discuss in their own genre this concept of thought is patterned. But I haven't found it in a way that sort of culminates it all together, so there's going to be a small attempt at that here. But basically, thought is like life itself. It has to be changing, morphing. It cannot be static. But building upon this, it must start somewhere. Thought starts with what it knows and then builds upon that one step at a time to something new. So, thought is patterned, and thought must be changing, it must be growing. This is a concept that, when understood, can be applied in various life situations, sometimes philosophical, sometimes practical. But why should I care, right? If I'm going to talk about new ideas, why should I care about this one? Why is it relevant that thought can be patterned out? Well, at risk of seeming somewhat philosophical, I'm going to present some notions that, when applied, this concept, it becomes more relevant what could be achieved. In that regard, let's look at thought with regard to time and thought with regard to evolution in general, as well as some other ideas. So, for the sake of this video, although it can be seen that it must come to an end, and this is it.